The next question deals with political status and decolonization. And answering this question first is Governor Leon Guerrero. Do you believe only native inhabitants of Guam or the Chamorro people should vote in a political status plebiscite? Why or why not?
You know, political status is a very serious, I think, a movement for a government to do. We have not been given the opportunity to determine our political status. Other people have. And I support, and I have made it public, that I feel it should be just for native inhabitants, because then it really is a self-determination of our own native inhabitants. People can get involved with the political status through a constitution when once we already decide with ourselves. I am really very disappointed that the congressman has not taken an active role in this. We have seen just lately that Puerto Rico has put in a bill to do a binding vote for their political status. That's something I think that should be not just talked about, but it should be a very concrete action that this congressman should do, and has not. Where has he been in this whole political status discussion? Nowhere to be found.
Thank you, Governor. Congressman, do you believe only native inhabitants of Guam or the Chamorro people should vote in a political status plebiscite? Why or why not? You have 60 seconds.
I believe everybody should be able to vote. And one of the things we need to be is upfront with our people. When the governor talks about Puerto Rico, what she's not being clear about is that Puerto Rico lets everybody vote. They didn't limit the vote to just native Taino Indians in Puerto Rico. They let everybody vote. And that's why the United States is able to advance legislation to Congress, because the vote conforms with the U.S. standard of universal suffrage and allowing everybody to vote. So if we really want to move this issue forward, and if we really want to empower a congressional delegate to be able to introduce legislation to make it happen, then let's let everybody vote on this issue. Let's all be a part of making the political future of our island something that we're all going to be working together for. This is one Guam, and I believe that Chamorros voting alongside all of the other people who call Guam home will have a very, very positive outcome, regardless of the politics that's being discussed about it today.
Thank you, Congressman. Governor, you have 30 seconds to respond.
You do not have to wait for all the people to vote for political status. Do your job. Move forward with this bill. Help our people get a much more concrete, binding plebiscite. Right now, we are not. When we vote, it is just sort of like a survey. We need something stronger. We need something more concrete. And this is not being done by the congressman, which should be at that level.
I know that this is a sensitive issue for many people out there, so I wanted to give both of you again a 30-second opportunity to sort of clarify, I guess, with your contrasting answers. What would you say to either a native Chamorro or a non-native inhabitant of Guam who feels that your status of your stance of who should participate in a non-binding political plebiscite is morally wrong? I wanted to give you a 30-second.
In a non-binding?
That not including, in your case, Governor, that not including everyone is morally wrong, or in your case, Congressman, that including everyone is morally wrong in the issue of self-determination. I wanted to give you because it's so sensitive, I wanted to give you each 30 seconds to kind of explain your position to those who may not understand or agree with it. And since we started with the governor first, we'll give her the first 30-second opportunity.
I don't think not including non-inhabitants is morally wrong. I think what is more moral is that, and ethical, is that we are moving forward for social justice. We have not been able to determine our political status, despite the fact that the United States has said that they would, despite the fact that the United Nations is totally supportive of it. So it's not a morally wrong thing. It's all about social justice to a group of people.
Thank you, Governor. Congressman, 30 seconds for you as well.
Our Chamorro people have been through so much in our history. And of course, there's a lot of grievances and a lot of injury. But what's morally wrong, Phil, what's morally wrong is constantly telling our Chamorro people that we're somehow going to be able to do a Chamorro-only vote and it's going to move forward. This administration hasn't even held a vote. So let's not try and put this back onto the Congress. The Congress will not entertain a vote that's being done only by a single group of people. If we really want to advance the issue and if we want to talk about what's morally right or wrong, let's be truthful with our people and allow everyone to participate in the vote.